85% of people prefer text over email and phone calls because they want to engage in a conversation. All text messaging is not equal. Customers respond to people, not bots. Be more like people and start having conversations that end in conversions. Use Scipio.
You're listening to Steal This Idea, the only podcast that knows it's the Berenstein Bears, not the Berenstein Bears.
You're a thief and a liar.
I only lied about being a thief.
Steal.
Lie.
We're gonna steal the ship.
Commandeer. Lord Lieutenant.
An idea that is fully formed, fully understood, that sticks.
For someone like you to steal?
Ideas are bulletproof.
I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
Ready.
Steal this idea.
I'm a little bit freaked out right now because, as I mentioned, I fell asleep watching that documentary, murder documentary.
Yeah, did I leave the oven on? Did I?
No. But then, like, as I got off the freeway, I looked in my rearview mirror, and for just a sec, I swear I saw someone in my back seat. And I was like, "Holy crap!"
So you're kind of shaking right now. You're a little spooked.
It honestly freaked me out, and I have been watching like murder true crime shows my entire life.
Oh man!
But something about like falling asleep while I was watching it and like rushing out of the house,
Yeah.
kind of like convinced me like that I hadn't really done my normal
You
routine.
didn't have closure on it. It kind of carried over.
Exactly.
That's funny.
And also, I've been out of town, so it's like, what if somebody's in my freaking back seat right now, dude?
Do you ever like when you go into a bathroom and the thing is closed, like the bathroom curtain, you like open it just to double check? That's got to be pretty universal.
I have no idea.
You've never done that?
Walking through this
So you walk into a bathroom,
a public bathroom.
no, your own bathroom,
Yeah.
and the bathroom curtain's closed,
Yes.
and it's like there could be a serial
Yes.
killer in
Oh,
there.
of course. That's completely universal.
And it's just like you open it up real quick, you just
Yeah.
kind of peek.
I thought you
in.
meant like in a public bathroom, like you open the stall just to make sure nobody's in there, and I'm like, nope, don't do that.
Yeah. Kick the door down. Who's in here?
Who's in here?
Well, I guess we should get started, Andre.
Let's do it.
3, 2, 1. Hello again, thieves.
We're back.
I know I do a countdown, but we kind of leave some of the intro chat as flavor.
Flavor.
I kind of like it. I don't
So
know.
to speak.
I'd be curious if the thieves like it, if they'd rather just a cold intro.
I think it's fun to listen to.
I thought about slicing it and putting it at the end, but I don't know. We'll see.
No.
Well, thieves, it's been an interesting evening. It's a late cast.
Yes.
It was supposed to start, I don't know, 45 minutes ago. As you may have heard, Andre fell asleep, which means I was left in the parking lot because he had the key card for,
Poor Scott.
20 to 30 minutes.
I woke up at 4 a.m. today, local time. So, look, I'm a little bit tired.
I didn't get a text. I was worried sick about you, Andre. But we're back. We got a good episode. We got some good idea, bad idea. I got the idea. I think it's a good one. I think this is something that most people who are purveyors of entertainment would enjoy. And then I think we're going to bust out the wheel. Andre has been a traveling man, and so
Yes.
we'll get some updates on his life. You were just in
Disney World. That's right.
Not land.
The wonderful world of Disney. Lots to say about that. We're going to talk more about it.
We're going to table that because, as we all know, before we get into anything, it's time for some good idea, bad idea.
Yeah.
What's your first one for us, Andre?
Let's see. So my first idea today is click that first link, base.co. And the product on the site is actually called the Rotofarm.
That's
Just
interesting.
take a look at that bizarre looking object. So what it is it kind of looks like a globe.
I mean, it looks exactly like a globe.
But instead of
A map.
the continents of the earth, what the Rotofarm claims to be
So this is like a glass sphere? Is that-
a glass sphere with various herbs growing in a perfect circle around it.
Oh.
Yeah. Go to this
Oh, this is
base.co/rotofarm. There's
Oh, I
like kind
see.
of a little YouTube video.
So it's actually not a globe. From the side, it looks like a globe.
oh,
Wow. It actually, when you look at it from the other side, it's more like a big spotlight
yeah. It's like a
or like a wheel, like a tire.
it kind of looks like the rings from Halo. You know what I'm talking about? Like, is that a weird comparison?
I mean, like very overgrown, but sure.
yes, exactly.
If you can imagine something growing.
But essentially,
around.
like the core of it is a light, and then it rotates, and then it kind of maintains this little farm of herb plants.
Yeah. Is it meant for, I guess,
I mean, it's probably one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen, to be honest. It's a very, do you not agree?
No,
it's a beautiful device.
It's beautiful, and it seems futuristic and like if you're in a very modern home, this would fit right in.
but relatively functional, right? Like
Yeah, you
fresh herbs in the kitchen is a great
I can't
idea.
imagine. So I bought my wife one of those like indoor herb growing things that are like have your little pods and it grows up and it like whatever. And we did it, I think, once, and then you kind of have to like buy new pods.
Yeah.
And we have yet to bring it back out. And it's definitely not as beautiful as this, but this is one of those like this is the future state of somebody who's tended this, very well. So my only worry would be like you kind of have to know what you're doing, and this is organized in such a way for it to look to maximize the aesthetic value here. I wonder what your average Joe would look like, because it's like, oh, you have kale and arugula, and
That's true. It may like what they're demonstrating here is these hugely like virulent plants, like
chocolate mint,
like just so full of life. In reality, maybe it doesn't look like this, right?
Yeah, I could see one thing overtaking a bunch of stuff. And it's like, you got weeds in there.
Or just like nothing grows at all and it's just like dead and
You're like, anyway, don't
it's
pay
just a
attention.
rotating cube of dead plants. I will say this is like so classic, which is that the product doesn't actually exist at all.
Of course.
It's like you go to buy it and then it's like redirects you through like an Indiegogo page, and it's
it's reserve.
you could reserve now and receive it someday in the distant future.
It's normally $600, but right now it does ship in 2020 for $450.
It allegedly ships in 2020.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's an empty promise. They do have an intercom site, the chat though, which big fan of intercom.
Oh, of course, we love intercom here. I think a good idea if it can be real. I'm not confident that it can be real.
Because here's what it's like. You have the herb pack, you have the microgreens pack, you have the leafy greens pack, the nutrient concentrate pack. Like that, this is where I get like, I don't want to deal with these different packs. And like, I don't know. I want somebody to be like, this is the thing and this is what it is.
Yeah.
You get all these things and like.
You put a bunch of fake plants in your roto farm. Just like, you're like, this is my herb garden.
There's something there. I think
It looks awesome.
it does look beautiful.
Like it looks like nothing that's ever been designed before. And I think that that's cool, but I don't know, it doesn't really exist.
Yeah. Talk to me when it exists, because I'd be curious to see if this does well.
Put one of these in a Home Depot little display.
Yeah.
These are things will fly off the shelves
For $450
in the home
Now
garden.
put it in Crate and Barrel.
That's true.
Put it in the right store.
That's also a good idea.
All right. This one here, Andre, this one screamed Andre
Oh dear.
when I saw it. And I was like, oh. So this is a water bottle.
Oh, yeah.
And there's two things about this water bottle. One, I think it looks very handsome. It's kind of got a two-tone vibe going to it. It can be personalized. But the idea here is that it has kind of a self-clean, and it purifies water in a minute. So you fill it up with water, and it kind of runs through some sort of, it basically has a Brita filter on it or whatever. And it's 24 hours of cold, 12 hours of hot. So it's thermos. It's apparently pretty light. Normally I'd be like, oh, it's just a water bottle. But like, I don't know. There's something about this simple two-tone design that like, I was like, this is like,
Well, it has a UV light in it.
yeah.
Did you know this? It has a UV light that like turns on and off.
So it just kind of sterilizes
Yeah.
everything.
Intelligently activates every 2 hours to keep your water and bottle stink free. Neutralizes up to 99.9999% of odor causing bacteria using UVC light.
Yeah.
Obsessed with this idea,
Yeah.
because it's $95, which is
Definitely.
a little expensive, but for me to like not do any research on does this really work.
Yeah.
But if this works, which is like, this is my dream. It honestly is my dream to have a water bottle that can like actively shine UV in it to kill bacteria.
Like, look at that Monaco blue.
No, it looks great. I'm totally into the color.
I'm just
They're
into,
attractive little bottles, and you can get your name on them. And
yeah, I'm just into the color, man.
Yeah.
Like the branding on this. So it's called
crazy.
It's called Lark, LARQ. So livelark.com if you're curious. It says it's a rechargeable battery. That's one thing. It's like, don't love
yeah,
that.
but of course it is with the UV light in it.
Yeah. I mean, I get
I love
why.
that every 2 hours it just runs. Like,
That
that's
is nice.
So cool.
Yeah. So yeah, as a water bottle connoisseur, and really, if you think like how much is a Hydro Flask?
Exactly.
Like-
Well, Hydro Flask is like $60.
So that's
And the 17 ounce is like $95, but you're getting all that
yeah.
dope functionality.
That's what I'm saying. So like the gulf between a name brand nice,
And
water
they
bottle.
look nice, which I really like. When you sent this, at first I was like, another water bottle.
Right.
But also like was immediately going to kill the idea because I hate water bottles that I can't see the inside of because of germs.
Yep. But
this beats that so hard.
solves your problem.
Super, super interested. I'm going to do some research on the efficacy of like UV light treatment in water because I gotta be convinced.
I was hoping for a live buy, but I'll.
I am seriously considering buying it. I will keep Thieves updated, but I gotta know for sure that it works.
Yeah.
I love that I can get my name on it.
Would you just get the name of the podcast though? Probably.
Still this idea. Yeah. I have a yellow Still This Idea Hydro Flask. You've seen it.
I have seen that.
And I can drink out of it, but I have to like really, really rinse it out. Because in my mind, all I can think of is like that just grime is in there.
Yeah.
And then when I drink it, I'm just drinking all that grime.
Yeah. Get you.
And it's making my body actively sick.
I drank from a can of Fresca that was open in my car from about a week ago. I was like, Andre would throw up.
See, so here's the crazy neuroses that my brain does, which is like, at least it's grapefruit soda. So it's like, at least it's a little bit citrusy. So that acid helps. Where it's like, if you're like Coke, like for some reason, an open Coke, I'm just
Coke
like,
really acidic?
well, all soda is really acidic. But to me, it's like Coke is less. I mean, they're all bad. They're all bad, but to me, Coke is somehow worse.
Well, Coke to me is like, put an old rusty penny in a thing of Coke and it'll clean it. It's
I know. And I know that research, I mean, Patrick, one of our friends that is a big fan of drinking old sodas, has done some research and proven me like considerably wrong on my soda theory.
Yeah.
But for me, here's the thing is it's like two things I'm obsessive about. One is drinking germs.
Not
and like
drinking them.
air quality and drinking germs and stuff like that. And then two, and I get made fun of this for this at work too, is like I sanitize my hands like 800 times a day, right? And everybody's like, "You're so weird. You're so like obsessive." But I literally haven't been sick all winter.
It's true.
Have not been sick. Have not had a cold, a runny nose, a sore throat, and anything all winter.
You also don't have kids though.
Just saying. But I mean, I'm saying I come to work every day. I interact with your gross ass, and I'm fine.
I've only been sick once, and it was like a 1 day bug.
You've had sickness in your home a lot, though.
Yeah, but I think that is because we went to like a museum and like they got.
I've warded it all off.
Yeah, Mr. Hans.
Which we'll get back to.
That 1% that's not killing. It's gonna come to get you. Okay, we're doing.
Yeah, let's do our next one. Which all these ideas are all together. So this is Arinium.
I hate the name.
Airinum. Arinum. And essentially what it is a really like futuristic looking breeding mask that I got an ad for on Instagram.
It's gotta be Arinum.
Arinum. Sure, let's do it.
So it's
Essentially, it looks like a breeding mask with a little bit more.
but it's like sexy.
They do try to make it look vaguely sexy.
This looks like they got. I mean, these are clearly Photoshop, but it's like they put them on models.
Yes, definitely.
And
And then
and-
models in full model like clothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, this looks like J. Crew models, and they photoshopped these like Sub-Zero looking masks on their faces.
See,
the world's
I
most advanced
kinda love them,
masks.
though, I have to be honest. Like wearing those white masks draws a lot of attention to you.
I agree. I think that
These are a little classier.
I do like. Here's the thing. Well, how much are these?
$69,
$70. Okay,
$70.
here's the thing. This is improve this idea. I think they skipped a beat here. They went from like cheap 50-cent air masks to like high end $70 masks.
Yeah.
Come in, do a nice heather gray, one small step above the mask. You sell them for $10. Everyone would buy one of those.
Yeah. And these guys alleged have some technology. I don't fully understand it, unfortunately. but they allege that there's some technology advantage, which is believable given that like
Sure.
they have these little filter pod guys. This idea I was kind of obsessed with this weekend because I was in Disney World and we're like in the midst of like the coronavirus thing right now.
Oh man.
And Disney World is also like a very common travel destination,
And tons of
particularly for the Chinese.
and tons of people smoke in Florida.
Yeah. So
Lots of carcinogens.
I know. So I was thinking, like, the entire time I was at Disney World, I was like, I'm going to get sick. I'm going to get coronavirus. And I was really, really having a hard time moving past that. while I was
Andre's
there.
patient zero. Don't touch
Yes,
me.
Exactly. So anyway, the entire time I was there, I was like, if I could somehow have a face mask that didn't make me look like a crazy person, then I would wear it. And this one, I think, is as close as we can come to that. I agree that something in like the $30 price range would be great. And if that is to come, sell it at the freaking airport.
Yeah.
Because I would buy one of these at the airport.
Totally. Yeah, what's hard about this is like I don't know where I'd wear this right now unless I was like, oh, I'm going to China tomorrow. You know, like, and we don't have great air quality here, but it's like I'm not going to just wear it around.
But if coronavirus broke out here, I'd be the first one in line to wear one of these.
Sure.
For real.
Yeah, if it broke out here, but
Just saying.
it is. The amount that these guys are pandering towards like upper class is staggering here.
Crazy. Like there's
Literally Instagram influencers.
people
on here.
wearing like these hot black leather jackets and then these face masks.
Like, do you see the influencers down at the bottom? It's ridiculous.
It's a little odd of a branding technique, but I think that there's a market for sexy face masks.
Yeah, I agree. Again, this is I'll just reiterate. Somebody come in here and just undercut these guys by 50%, and
Agreed.
it's a successful business.
Agreed.
That's like I remember hearing about this. I'm sure you could probably even do this idea. Somebody was like, what are they called? Caskets.
Uh-huh.
Caskets are like crazy expensive.
Yeah.
They're like $5,000 minimum. And so
Minimum, definitely.
and so these two young kids are like, that's stupid. And so they just basically drop shipped coffins and sold them for like $100 a piece.
Yeah.
Online.
That's a space that's like ripe for disruption.
Oh yeah. And like if they're like millionaires now because they just have this online website. It's like, yeah, you get a coffin for less than
Secure to buy a coffin.
Yeah, for real though. And I was like, man, I want that.
Right.
That is me. I'm kind of a cremate me. Like I want $0 spent on my funeral
Yeah.
type of guy.
Dump me in the side of the road.
I don't care where. Like, actually, probably the weirdest thing. I think I don't really like graveyards. They like. It's not that they freak me out in like a ghost sense. I just think it's like really a weird thing that we do.
Yeah.
It's like here's 1,000 decaying bodies that we've just all put here
in one spot.
Yeah. And it's like it's so special, I guess. To me, what I would prefer is if I owned a piece of land to be cremated and then in like the very farthest corner of the land have like a statue bust of me or like a bench or something.
Yeah.
And then like you go to like my graveyard, my family, that's where you go. And it's like a personal thing.
Yeah.
That to me makes way more sense than like going to a graveyard with 1,000 other people all morning. It just seems,
I like where your head's at. I think like I'm into there's like more and more stuff now around like environmental ways of disposing of your body.
Putting you in a tree or
where
whatever.
they like put you in a suit and then like drop you in the forest and like you become a tree. I'm into that.
Sure.
I'm really into that. Anyway, let's move on.
I only had the two there, so.
Yeah, we haven't done your next one yet though. So Bloom?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Bloom. So we talked about this a few episodes ago.
We talked about something similar or we talked about this product?
Similar to this.
Because I've been getting this ad like every time I open Instagram.
So for the listeners who don't remember, we talked about, man, if only there was some way that we could like run some sort of diagnostic and it would tell me like, this is how hydrated you are. This is how healthy you are. This is what you're lacking. And this seems to be pretty close to that. And I hated their ad that I got. So it's called Bloom. So it's BLO.OM, which I kind of hate, but whatever.
Whatever.
And so the idea is this is like almost like a pregnancy test where you like pee on
Pee
this.
on it.
You pee on it, and then you mail it in like a DNA test, and then they send you. I think there's an app that like updates with like your research. And the ad here says it's easy as 1-2 and
Yeah, come on.
don't love that at
No,
all.
definitely not.
Like this isn't something you need to have a silly ad campaign for.
I want to correct Scott before he gets too far down where he's headed, which is that this says 1, pee on the end of the test card, wait 2 minutes for it to activate, then scan it in the Bloom app.
Oh, so you don't mail it in.
2, instant results. Before you can say, wow, this is the future of health, you'll get results and recommendations instantly.
The real
Which
payoff,
that's
though.
huge versus mailing it in, which is
Yeah.
like, that's so not what we want. right?
I guess I assumed that it was a mail-in thing, but
No,
this-
I would have too, for sure. But this says that it can like instantly.
So then the question is, all right, what kind of actual things am I getting here, right?
Yeah.
Because to me, if it's like, well, you're not very hydrated, it's like, yeah, I could have figured that out, freaking genius.
Totally.
And it gives you like a wellness score or whatever, but like,
It can't be. It bills itself to be this like revolution in home health. But I'm just looking at the ad, and clearly what it really all it does is like you pee on the strip, and like many at-home health strips, it's just like color based, right?
Yeah.
So it's like if it goes blue, it means this. If it goes red, it means this or whatever. And then you scan it, and the app is able to convert that information, right, and put it in your app. But the reality is, like, how precise could a color changey test possibly be to make like personalized health recommendations?
because
Not really.
the way this company makes money, because they sell this, the device itself is like actually not that expensive. Based on your results, they'll say, oh, like you're kind of lacking in some nutrients there, or you're lacking this. And then there's like basically like a store where you can, it's like, hey, you can buy lentils, you can buy sunflower seeds. Click here to buy, add it to your cart, and we'll ship it to you. Like all the things that you're lacking here are great supplements to have you go back to 100%, get you in the green.
Yeah.
Which I would never buy anything from a store on an app like this. Personally, I would appreciate the recommendations, but I would just go get them myself and like get them at a better price than I'm sure whatever these. I can't imagine these are being sold at a good cost. I mean, that's how they're making money.
I'm so confused. So is it really $25 for one test?
That's what I'm saying. I think.
That's I mean, that defeats the whole thing to me.
Wait, are you saying you can only do it once?
No, I'm saying I would want to do it like all the time.
Yeah.
I want to hit this every single day, right?
So
For them to say it's $25 a card and then $90 for 10 cards.
So it's a one card use is what you're
Yeah.
saying. That's trash. Yeah,
Ugh. I was like just going to actually make a pretty good pitch, which is like, hey, like, am I super bought in on the technology? Not really. But if I could get like 30 for $100, let's say, which would be expensive for sure, then I would try it and say like, all right, how accurate does this feel like it is? On a day where I hydrate less, does this feel like it's giving me insight? On a day where I eat worse, does this feel like it's helping me?
I mean, really what I'd want is 52. I would do one of these a week.
Yeah, that'd be a great plan. But to get 52 strips would be basically $600, which is completely irrational.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially for something where it's like, I don't really know if this works. I don't know to what degree this works.
Ugh.
I was
So disappointing.
I thought so. This is check your health in 2 minutes. Yeah, I was under the impression it's like, oh, you can just use this. Maybe it like works 5 times or 10 times or however many times.
Yeah. Well, and like when you look at the images, they show like these boxes with clearly like a lot of cards stacked together, which makes you think that the model is that you get a lot. But really, I mean, it's $25 a test for a P test.
Yeah.
That is not hyper accurate in my opinion, because how accurate can a color changey test be, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
So I'm super disappointed in that.
Yeah, that is a big downer. So Bloom, I like the direction that we're heading.
Mm-hmm.
I like that this is like getting closer. I would even, I don't know, like
I would try it, but not at the price.
yeah.
What would be cool is if,
And it's a pre-order, so you can't even buy one.
of course, what would be cool is if like your insurance maybe could like pay for all of them basically and got you 52, or as part of like a workplace health plan, You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like then I could be really into this. But as just like a personal health exercise, definitely not coming around at $25. No.
Sometimes I'll see a product tour or like like, hey, here we're the founders of this company. We got rid of the middleman, and this is why Golf Clubs Direct is the best, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And it's like either some very attractive person, or it's these like two young schmucks.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
Often of Scandinavian descent.
yes. And I'm like, I don't know why it annoys me. I'm like,
It's a turn off.
yeah, it's like I want to see somebody who's like, yeah, I've been trying to work at this for 10 years, and it's like you can clearly tell he's like finally cracked it. That to me is like I want to buy a product from that guy.
Way
not
cooler.
Not some guy that's like, hey, you got a pretty face. You want to do a product walkthrough? Or hey, you're two young guys who like fell into this. Like this is your first job, and like you just happen to be
Completely agreed.
like.
I know.
I don't know why it annoys me.
I understand the vision they're trying to sell.
Totally.
Which is like, we're just two dudes who had a good idea and ran with it. And like, that's kind of the spirit of our podcast too.
Yeah.
But I will say like the best entrepreneurs like felt the pain and
Yes.
like tried to solve and tinkered and,
Well, and that's the thing. It's like I feel like I had a podcast before this, and I feel like I learned from it. It's like I have respect for people who like failed, and it's clear that they failed for a while. Anyway. All right, let's do
let's
one
move
last.
on. Huntakiller.com. I
I
get this ad all the time. I bet you do too.
I all the time.
Yeah. And I actually was like, have we talked about this before? But I don't think we have.
Yeah, not in depth.
So I'll say like I've said on the podcast, I have many obsessions in life, and a very high up on the list is like an obsession with true crime.
Yeah.
Like piecing together mysteries,
Yeah.
analyzing them. And that's kind of something I really like to do. So I think I would be interested in this. Like, I think it's like a monthly situation. But essentially, Haunted Killer sends you a box to your house with a ton of clues. And your objective, as I understand it, is to figure out who the killer is in kind of a true crime recreation.
Yeah. So it's like evidence you're sifting through. And like,
Yeah, and trying to.
it's like an
piece together a
escape
crime
room
in your home.
in your home that you can do on like a date night or with some friends. Whatever.
Exactly. I don't know what the price point is. Do you? I had a hard time finding that on the site.
Well, let me give it as a gift here. And it's a 1 month pack for $33.95 or a 6 month pack for $165.
So $35 for 1 month.
$34.
Should we do one?
Do a Hunter Killer
Would that be fun?
on the episode.
Well, maybe we have a bonus content for Patreon supporters.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that could be fun.
Hey,
$34 isn't too bad.
is this the kind of thing you're interested in? Yeah, I know you're kind of a board game guy.
Yeah, so I'm a big fan. So I do these things. There's this game series called Unlock with an exclamation mark, and there are these little boxes. That's like, the only box I can think of right now is the size of like an Andes Mint box.
Okay.
You have a visual of that?
Sure. An Andes Mint box. You don't know the exact dimensions of an Andes Mint box.
It's just like
I
whatever.
understand. It's a box.
And the idea is it's like they're like $10 or $15, and it's like an escape room, but it's a card game. And so like you'll flip over a card, and it'll be a room with like A, B, F, G, I, and you'll have a deck of cards that correlate, and you flip over those things, and it's like a zoomed in of the clock and a door with a lock and this and that. And you have an app that goes along with it. And basically like that, the timer starts in the app, and anytime you get to like a code, you have to punch in on the app, and that like, oh, you unlocked it. Flip over card 5, and you flip over 5, and it's a new room, and you flip over new things.
Right.
And you're like, and if you get something wrong, you hit the penalty button, and like you lose time. You're trying to do it in an hour or whatever. And me and my wife, we really like them.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's fun to do with like with a couple people, especially if you like enjoy escape rooms.
Yeah.
And so we're like always, I mean, we've probably bought 10 of them, and so something this definitely like caters to me. Yeah. I'm less of like I'm just into true crime in the same way that like a lot of the
world seems
the world seems to be like to kill, like to catch, or what is it?
To Catch a Predator.
Not To Catch a
Completely different show.
Yeah, what's the one that was like Making a Murderer? That's what it is.
Yeah.
Whereas everyone's like, did he do it? I don't know. I was into Serial, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's not. Like
That's in the same vein.
It is.
It is definitely in the same vein.
but it's different than like the Ted Bundy Chronicles and
Yeah.
like it's not like this. It was like, did this guy kill his girlfriend? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it was like more of like an interesting, anyway, not like there's a serial killer. You got to find him. There's blood samples. So I don't know. I think it'd be fun.
I think it could be an interesting thing to try.
Yeah, I agree.
$35 seems like a reasonable price point to try something like this.
Like I said, I think in the last episode, anything under $50, I'm like,
Sure.
yeah,
Could be good.
could be fun.
Yeah. I will say, like, I kind of don't love escape rooms. And the reason is because escape rooms kind of have this premise of like, we put you in a room and it's like, it's up to you to figure out how to get out. But what I always really hate about these kinds of puzzles is there is truly like a predetermined order to do things in.
Sure.
And it's like there's a predestined solution and a predestined order, and they're just kind of trying to always shove you into that mold. So it's like escape room is ruined for me the first time that somebody gives you a hint, and it's like, okay, like you're just trying to get me through your answer.
Sure.
But what I'm more interested in is like, and maybe that's why I like true crime, is it's like,
Figuring it out at your own pace.
yeah,
It's
at
like,
your own situation, your own way of thinking about it, and especially these crimes where it's like, did he do it or didn't he do it? It's like you can evaluate the evidence in different ways and think about
Sure.
the problem different ways instead of
can see
being
that.
kind of shoehorned into there's one solution and it's
Yeah.
like we're gonna get you there.
I will agree. That's one thing, like kind of game theory about escape rooms that I would agree is kind of annoying. Like one is that, yeah, it's like you go A, B, C, D, E. That's the room.
Yeah.
And two, like you always end up running into the same handful of puzzles where you're like, all right, there's these three diagrams and they correspond to something.
Yeah.
And there's a cipher here and it's like, here's a periodic table.
Exactly.
Like you're going to spell something out, like
All
stuff.
right. Like, I'm just getting chained. Really all an escape room is 10 puzzles chained together.
Yeah, but every once in a while, I'll be in an escape room or do something that's like, oh, that was clever. Like I was in one where there was a room, there was like a small glass room, like the size of a telephone booth, and then we were in like this large room, and that was locked.
Yeah.
And at some point, we got like a tape measurer, and we were like, oh, we don't really know what to do, and we figured out that like underneath the door, like you could open up the tape measure, and like if you extended it perfectly amount, you could like grab the key that was like dangling over there and pull it back. And I was like, that's a great, like it's something that like, it wasn't just some like hokey,
Put the, anagram.
Yeah. It wasn't just an anagram.
Yeah,
It was like, you
exactly.
actually had to like think like, oh, and it required some like physical, me and my brothers talk about that. It's like one thing I think missing from escape rooms is this element of like skill that we bring in. Like more escape rooms should be like, and you have to play these notes on a piano. Who can play these notes on a piano? All right, he can. Or here's some sports trivia that like, who knows that? It's like, okay, well, I could probably figure it out. Like, or whatever. Like, I wish more of them brought that our skills into the game. Anyway, I could have a whole podcast about that stuff. Last one, or do we want to move on to the big idea?
Do we have another one?
Don't you?
Oh, that's let's come back to it. A product update.
Okay.
Yep.
Hunt a killer, good idea, bad idea. I think
a good idea.
Sounds like a lot of people really 1 million sold or whatever. Like,
Yeah,
geez.
that doesn't convince me on its own, but
Lots of
I
satisfying.
think I'm interested in the idea. I'd like to read reviews.
Wow, I'm sure they have all of their best reviews.
Well, I'd like to
Plastered all
read
over
the objective friend. I'm going to look at Reddit. I'm going to search Hunt a Killer.
All right, Andre, I need you to cleanse your mind here.
Okay.
I had to say,
idea for people with kids.
imagine yourself.
Imagine yourself with two young
Actually,
boys.
no, this is an idea for you.
Finally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is an idea I think catered to you in a few different ways. So, a couple problems and a couple facts of life that are going to kind of tie these things all together. So, the first fact of life is I believe there's been a little bit of a resurgence in getting together and watching TV shows as a group. So, like event night TV shows, The Bachelor, obviously. Game of Thrones.
Anybody remember that show?
Back when it was good. This Is Us. I think some of my neighbors get together and watch that. So it used to be like a 24 loss. Like it used to be a big thing, and it kind of dipped a little bit. And I think we're seeing a little
back.
It's back.
Yeah.
It's a thing. So that's one fact of life. It's a thing. Second thing that exists. There's a problem. Streaming services. So there's a lot right? Like you do the math on like
Disney Plus, Hulu, Netflix,
HBO Now,
all the individual
Apple
channels,
Plus, everything. It's like you're paying $200 a month for all this stuff, right?
Agreed.
So that's a problem. That's also a fact of life. The third fact of life, and this will give some insight into where this idea is going, is when a new Star Wars comes out or a new movie comes out. Oftentimes, what people like to do is like, or a new Marvel movie, it's like, I'm going to watch all the movies leading up to that and then watch the movie in theaters, right? That only works if you either have those movies or they're available on a streaming provider, which sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. So this is the idea, Andre. This is an establishment. It's called PrimeTime.
Okay.
PrimeTime is a restaurant bar that has taken over a movie theater. So replace the arcade, replace the concession stand with a restaurant bar, and divide up the theaters into 4 different areas. Area 1 is replaying movies. So it's Lord of the Rings, it's Star Wars, any movie that's in theater coming up. It's a constantly rotating, like, come in and watch this movie to get excited for the new movie coming out. Section 2 is sports, the Super Bowl, Jazz games, whatever your local, any championship game, the NFL or the college playoff game, like any game that you would already throw a party to watch, they're all going to be there. Area 3 is get together primetime TV shows. So it's Bachelor night, it's This Is Us night, it's Game of Thrones night. Whatever the show is, the cultural show is, they're playing it there at primetime.
Yeah.
And then Area 4 is a completely reservable handful of theaters that you can play video games, you can watch whatever movie you want for a birthday or whatever. And the idea is you pay a membership to be a part of PrimeTime. It's $15 a month, $20 a month, and you get access to come and go whenever you want. And you can come just like at any time of the day, you can be like, hey, we could watch this, or let's go to PrimeTime and watch it. Because there's going to be drinks there. There's going to be a bunch of people watching it together. There's kind of part of a club. There's some camaraderie there.
Yeah.
You could also have movies there if you wanted to. I kind of like it not being a movie theater for some reason, but like that's an avenue if that made sense or whatever. PrimeTime.
Obsessed.
I know
Obsessed.
it.
I did like the wild like spin around in my chair as soon as I understood what the idea was. I mean, I have shivers down my spine. The thought of this place existing,
Right?
I think
As a consumer of media, you're like, duh. Why doesn't this exist? Duh.
Exactly. Well, and it's like, look at the success of like sports bars,
Yes.
which is essentially a bar where y'all get together and watch the game.
Yes.
Like,
And it's like, I don't want to go to Buffalo Wild Wings every time I watch a game, like necessarily. Like, I'd like to go to somewhere else.
yeah. Well, and I love the idea of there being like 6 or 7 rentable rooms or whatever, that it's like kind of like a karaoke bar
Exactly.
place where it's like you can get a room for just your friends,
Yeah, you
just
pay-
your table and your couch.
Yeah, you pay a premium or whatever, but like,
Yeah, but no, I mean, it's not like crazy, like out of this world private rental kind of situation. It's just like a couple,
which that's the problem with movie theaters, is that like they have to be like, is it, in order for us to justify giving up a theater that's playing Star Wars or Avengers, you got to pay. Like, I've rented out theaters before.
It's like, of course, it's like thousands
$5.
of dollars.
Yeah, it's like $5,000
because it's a whole theater.
Yeah, you got to
right?
buy all the seats.
But in a world where it was like,
you're not
there's all
competing
these
with-
public spaces, right? Where it's like, all right, we're gonna play the game over here, and it's like there's a bar and
There's loud spaces and there's quite like there's like movie spaces. Where
Exactly,
It's like,
yeah,
But,
and
but
then over
imagine
here-
it's a loud area where
Yeah.
it's like you're not trying to be quiet. It's like supposed to be ruckus.
wild and crazy. Yeah. And so, just like even the sports bar area, and then like the Bachelor premiere night area that then is a X and then it is a Y and different days of the week.
Yeah,
And then
all
like
through the year.
10 rooms that are like a couch and a beanbag chair and then like a high top table. And you can order food, right?
Yep,
like
100%.
there's a menu and like
100%.
Remember Training Table?
Yeah.
Where you pick up a phone and order. Like the room has a little phone that you order and you're like, hey, I'll have a cheeseburger. And then they bring it to your room and you pay whatever amount. But then it's like me and my buddies get together and we're like, we're obsessed with whatever show or whatever's on right
And
now.
we want to play this game together. We want to do
Exactly.
catch a killer
Yep.
while we watch.
Yep. And it takes out this like, so one thing that happens now is kind of different because really they could just go to a sports bar. I don't know why they don't, but my boyfriend really likes to get with his friends and watch football on like it's annoying. I don't fully understand it, but it's like, unless this one friend is able to host, then it has to be at my house. It's like, ugh,
Yeah.
I hate that.
Totally.
So it's like, what if there's just like a place that they could have a room that was theirs for X 2 hours, or
And
whatever,
that
3 hours.
becomes more and more complicated as you throw kids in the mix, as people's, as distance becomes a thing. All these factors. It's like, oh, like, is your spouse on board? Is like everyone in the house on board?
So we got to make food. We got to get food. We got all, and
you
it's
got to
like,
clean the house. You got to do all this stuff. Where it's like,
but it's like, if I could have a room somewhere else, same thing where it's like, we want to get together. You know, you get together with friends, you're in your group text, and you're like, oh, we want to play Mario Party. We think Mario Party would be so fun. I was like, who's going to host, and who's going to have the equipment? And like, what if we could just be at this place and order food and order drink there, and they have the game, and it's like, we just go there and hang out and we play the game, right?
And maybe you don't even buy food, but you're a member to this club, and so you're paying $15 a month to go any day of the week.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like a bar that you like have a membership for or whatever.
Totally. Well, it's like, and you watch these videos, the height of Game of Thrones, where there was like a bar party happening everywhere in the whole country, where people are watching Game of Thrones together. And people loved that because of the energy, right? Where it's like, people are screaming when people die, and like, it's fun like that. And it's like, how can we recapture that for many shows? Because every show of every night of the week has a cult following.
Totally.
And then the Netflix shows, it's like, what if you're like, I don't want to binge this. This is the show everybody's talking about. I know this is good. But it's like, what if we all go to this bar together, this place together?
And it becomes a thing.
Yeah, every week, and we watch it together. And that way, it's like, we're all consuming this together. And
So like, so Birds of Prey is coming out right now.
Yeah.
And so the prime time, we're like, hey, in leading up to Birds of Prey, we're putting on Suicide Squad, and we're running DCEU movies all week long. So Superman, Batman, Superman, Justice League.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I want to go and like get into that realm to watch this movie, because like right now you just do it on your couch, or it's like, well, it's not on there. Only this is on there, not that. It's like, okay, well, but the establishment would like.
Yeah.
Anyway, the only pitfalls I see outside of like, you got to buy a movie theater, which is like, maybe that's crazy expensive, but like there are these like cheap dollar theaters that exist where it's like, I don't think it's that expensive. Yeah. One is like a licensing thing where it's like,
I think it's a licensing thing.
So like,
I agree.
So especially primetime stuff, it's like, so I would say, I think the way around it is the membership play, where it's like, you're part of a club, and by being part of the club, you get access to, like, it's just a restaurant.
Yeah.
But one of the perks is that like, we pay for these things and you get access to it. So like, that's like this weird loophole that gets you around paying for one subscription of Disney Plus and HBO Now, but like giving everybody access to it.
Yeah.
Because it's not illegal, obviously, to like, for you to host a watch party at your house.
But it changes.
It changed. So you have to figure out how to get around some of that stuff. Yeah. And maybe that factors into the cost per membership, or there's some premium member. And like things like watching a fight, like the Conor McGregor fight, like maybe that's more complicated. However, they do that at Buffalo Wild Wings. They do it at these places, at sports bars. So it's like,
I think for traditional media, I think it's, the problem's already solved. And I think if you go and talk to like a sports bar owner, he'll explain exactly how it works. Because I know it's like, you get a cable package, but then there's like a certain package you buy that allows you to show stuff in the bar, basically. And that's how TV works. Like traditional cable TV and sports games and like fights and pay-per-view and stuff like that.
Yep.
That's all like already modeled, and that we already have 100 businesses that play stuff in the bar, right? I think what's a little more confusing is the movie rights piece, where it's like, how do you, like, we're going to show Suicide Squad or whatever, and it's like, I know there's a license around that, but how economical is it?
Right.
Because you can buy like a movie license, like, and again, like RAs at college dorms can explain how that works, because it's like they have to pay a license fee to show a movie in the Commons or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So that's like well defined somewhere, just not in a way I know. What I think is probably mostly uncharted is if I want to show Netflix and Disney Plus and HBO and stuff like that, like all those streaming services, is like, what do I have to do to be able to show those shows in a public place? And I'm sure that those kinds of things are going to get resolved soon.
Yes.
But I don't think they are yet.
Yep, I agree. So like that to me is easily the biggest pitfall, is like having to like navigate that stuff. But like there's a service like Cleanflix, or what are they called now? maybe it is CleanFlix, but they
Angel Vid or whatever.
yeah, VidAngel, that's what it
which
was.
went out of business. Though.
No, but so this is what happened though, is they found a loophole where you basically like, instead of buying movies directly from them,
Yeah.
you're paying for this like filter over the stream. So you're still paying for HBO, but like
yeah,
you're watching it kind of through their lens. And because they're doing it that way, it's not infringing anything. So you're not getting like cheaper movies in there. So
yeah,
anyway.
they did still go out of business after that.
I think they're still around.
No, they're not. Well, maybe they are. I'm looking now.
Like they did for
I
sure.
don't know. They've had a rough. Like it has.
I
you're
agree.
right. I'm going to their website right now. It looks like they do still exist. Yeah, but I know. I mean, there clearly has been huge legal problems with it. Yeah,
And again, that the way you're making money is the way a movie theater makes money, which is off food and beverages, and like it's a bar, right? Like, and maybe you make some membership costs or whatever, and like you run some events and you're renting out theaters, but like you're not making money in the way that this, VidAngel has to make money, which is like off of subscription fees. Like it would be a totally different revenue model. But I bring them up because they were able to find a way to make their service legal through a loophole. And I think you could do the same thing with this. Maybe it's way more complicated than we're presenting, but I don't think it is.
yeah.
Anyway, so that's PrimeTime.
Definitely, there are like interesting problems that have to be solved.
Yes.
That's super, super interesting.
If I had lots of money and I was like, I'm looking to start a restaurant or a thing, I would this is the thing I'd want to start because it would be so fun. Like to be a PrimeTime owner and like just hold, like you are owning and operating the coolest place
be so fun
in the town. Like
it
you're
would
just like
be so fun.
Like you're like, I'm gonna air this because I
know.
think this is rad, and I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do a tournament of Mario Kart because I think that's cool, and like all my members get the newsletter, and it's like this is what we're doing this week.
I think if you're interested, like see if there is and I know this is a little different than Scott's vision, but I think like see if there's a karaoke bar that you can buy and just then like start converting the rooms into other spaces and then try to convert the main bar area into something cool. That's like an interesting way to start.
Because the other thing is like drive-in theaters where it's like they're replaying old movies or like dollar theaters and stuff. Like there's something there. Like
they're
clearly
playing like movies that have straightforward licensing.
Yeah.
And I've just done like a cursory Google search and it looks like there's like really not a good precedent for how to show Netflix in a public space. But you could figure it out.
You could figure it out.
You could.
All right, let's do some quick product updates and let's end this episode.
Cool. So I was traveling this weekend and
Traveling to Disney.
I've had a wonderful time at Disney and you won't believe. So my flight was at 6 a.m. basically both in and out. So 6 a.m. in Orlando and 6 a.m. in Salt Lake. And because of that, I wanted to sleep on the plane. And I woke up on whatever Friday morning to find my turtle so I could take my turtle. Couldn't find it.
Oh, no.
I have no clue where it is. So I bought yet another neck pillow at the airport and making my total like 6 or whatever.
Yes.
But it was a great neck pillow. It's called the Evolution pillow. It was $60 at the airport. Pricey. Yeah. But it was a really, really good neck pillow. So I wanted to share that. Turtle, don't know where it is. And I will say that's a definite flaw of the turtle because it is so low profile. And it honestly kind of looks like just like a regular tiny blanket, I guess. So not sure where it is. And that's on the turtle.
If it's any consolation, I bought a turtle once when it was on sale. Haven't even opened it.
Really?
So if you need one, I can get you a replacement.
Gosh, Jane, dang. Should have hit you up. I should have been like, hey, I need a turtle. Anyway, that's my turtle thoughts.
So it's the seventh neck pillow.
Yes.
$60 is too much.
It's really nice. I'll send you a picture later tonight. It's a really nice pillow. I love what I ended up with, to be honest.
What I would love is, you know how in Instagram you can have like your top 9 pictures in one picture. I want that of all of your neck pillows, and then that also of like your top 9 water bottles.
Yeah. I'll send you a picture of my water bottle cabinet
I
tonight.
think the thieves would love that.
Yeah. The water bottle cabinet is amusing.
My wife, she was telling me about this influencer or some Instagrammer who went and just reviewed a whole bunch of like Hydro Flasks and all these bottles to see which ones, perform the best and And apparently like one of the better ones, like it was like this like Coleman one.
Yeah.
That was like $15 and like was like way better at keeping stuff cold than like all the other ones.
Love
like,
it.
And
Was it see-through? Because that's critical.
I think most of them weren't see-through.
Yeah, exactly. Damn it. My other product update is doorbox.co. And the reason I want to share this is it's similar to an idea I presented on the podcast not too long ago. And what Doorbox is essentially...
Is it something you bought?
No, I didn't buy it. It just exists. But you remember my package idea I had. Package
Oh,
Buddy?
yeah.
And what Doorbox is, essentially you put it on your porch, and when it's empty, it's kind of like packs flat. But then when they put stuff in it, it goes up and like fits stuff. And it connects to your door handle, like with a little security cord. And it's like, if you try to steal this, then the alarm will go off, essentially. It's kind of a low-tech solution.
It is.
To this problem.
It does. It's functional. Absolutely. It looks janky as hell.
It doesn't look good at all.
Like,
I wish that it was just black instead of like huge saying packages and deliveries
yeah.
and like just kind of looking bad. I really wish it didn't look like that.
It looks like something you would see inside of a post office.
Yes.
Like, this is where you drop off your postage. And it's like, and yeah, the whole wiring to your door thing, it's like, no one's going to steal this thing. Just make it really heavy.
I don't hate it. It's $30.
Would you really,
kidding. It's $149.
would you,
It's the opposite of $30.
would you really link this to your door like that? There's no way.
I don't know.
If I'm going out of town for like 2 weeks, maybe, but like,
Yeah, no, I agree.
this is not to me like I could just leave this in my front. I think our idea is the package buddy is much better.
Yes,
It's just like,
agreed.
it's a backpack that you can just like zip, put it in, zip, and it has a lock.
People hated on that idea in private messages
Really?
to me. Yeah, and I was like, you guys don't get it.
Yeah, they don't.
Somebody here was like, that's a horrible idea.
No.
It's like, what? Come on, people.
How dare they?
You know? So that is Doorbox, which I wanted to share because it's so similar to an idea we had on the pod.
Yeah. I feel like I had a product update.
I have a good, do you have it or not?
No, I can't think of it now, but
I have a good kind of, is there something there
yeah.
that I'd like to share? So at Disney World, here are kind of a couple of my thoughts, which is, one, if you've never been to Disney World, but you have been to Disneyland, the Fast Pass system at Disneyland is like 100 times better. Just to get that out there. But secondly, so it's a lot of line waiting, right? And people have different tolerances around line waiting. I personally probably have like the lowest tolerance in the world.
You're like, it's 45 minutes. Let's go.
Exactly. Like literally anything in the world. If it's, we'll go to Olive Garden and they'll be like, the wait's 15 minutes. And I'm like, well, bye. Like, that's not going to work. I just have a really low tolerance for line waiting.
15 minutes.
Exactly. I hate waiting. And like one of the other things that really irks people is like, I'll go to a restaurant and the first time the server comes by, I'll order all the drinks and all the food and I'll get the check.
Oh yeah.
Cause I'm like, I just want to get this.
My number one annoyance is when they're like, all right, can we get the check? And they drop off the check. And I'm like,
I know.
Could you quickly
Like, now I gotta
jam
do
my
this.
credit card in? Please take it. And they like
Yes.
walk away. And I'm like, I don't want to do this again
No.
and wait for you to take it. And
It's
wait.
like, I want the freedom to be able to leave anywhere I am at any time. Like that's really important to me.
I should start doing that. Just be like, and also, can I just pay for this right now?
No, that's exactly what I do. Which is like as soon as I order the food, I'm like, okay, let's just pay for it because I'm not going to deal with this after this. Anyway, so what I was thinking about is like, so our strategies for setting in lines, because you have to at Disney World, you have to be willing to stand on a 2-hour line.
Right.
We rode the new Star Wars ride. It's incredible, the best ride in the world, but it's a 2-hour wait. It was a 2-hour wait after getting up at 5 a.m. to get a special pass to ride the ride.
My gosh.
I know.
That is crazy.
I know. The first day we were really lucky. We got right on. The second day it was 2-hour wait after waiting the entire day basically to get on. So what I was thinking about is like our line strategy is two things. So it was one, we listen to an audiobook. We're listening to Harry Potter together. So we just pop in our AirPods and that's
Yeah.
cool.
A lot of people play Heads Up.
Yep. Heads up is our other thing is we'll play Heads Up. Heads Up with two people becomes tiresome after a while. It's like, all right, we pretty much have each other's minds completely mapped. So we're just like, this is pointless.
All right, let's play charades.
Exactly. So we'll play a round of Heads Up. And then the other thing I'll do is I'll read like Reddit posts that I think are funny.
Yeah.
That's 3 things. But what I'm kind of stuck on is like, why hasn't somebody really come up with a great app for line waiting that has like potentially apps that connect with other people waiting in line?
Like a daisy chain app, like because they have stuff like that of like you don't even have to be connected to anything. It's just like if you're within the general proximity.
Yeah. But also like we live in an era where they know where you are anyway. So I just think like, why isn't there an app that's just like built and it's like the de facto line app?
Oh man, what about this? Like in on like Delta flights, they have like trivia. You like playing against other people.
Yeah.
So
Nobody's ever in those, which is kind of annoying.
it is annoying.
Like the group concept exists on the Delta app thing, but nobody ever is playing them.
Yeah, I'm like, I won against 2 guys.
Yeah,
it's like, come on.
Yeah.
But yeah, you take that and basically so you have 5 games or 5 or 6 games, and yeah, one of them's trivia, and basically it's like, yeah, you hop in, it's like, hey, who's in the line app?
Yeah.
You hop in, it's like, oh, I'm in this, basically a chat room, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just like local proximity. It's like, yeah, you know, maybe you have to be within a certain whatever, but
yeah,
it's just like, yeah, I'm playing trivia against these other people in line.
Right. Exactly. So there's that element, which is like a social line experience app, but it's also just like, I feel really confident that even if you and I sat down and really thought like, what is a game that would be fun for specifically the act of waiting in a line, where it's like undivided attention essentially,
Yeah.
which is unusual for a mobile app.
For like an hour straight.
Exactly.
On your feet.
Exactly. So, and it's like, and it's engaging and like rewarding.
It's kind of like,
fun and like,
well, because there's some things you could do where like, and this is probably the worst possible game, but growing up in high school and junior high, there's a game called the penis game. Andre, you familiar with it?
I've heard of the penis game.
Where you try and see who can yell at the loudest.
Yes.
You know, and
I don't know why like that game it's so ubiquitous. It's
I
played
know.
in every junior high.
I know.
Every junior high gym class in the entire world. And I don't know what.
I have this weird theory.
triggered that.
I have this weird theory about stuff like that because there's a handful of things like that about like farts being funny and
Yeah.
games like this exist. It's like, who is teaching these people? It's like Happy Birthday Cha Cha Cha, like stuff like that. It's like,
How does that
How
get
is this stuff
through the world?
It continues. It never dies.
Yeah.
You know, or Jingle Bells, Batman spells, stuff like that. Where you're like, how
does
this?
it- yeah.
It just never dies. Anyway, but yeah, like something where it's like first person to yell out this thing.
Yeah.
You're in the line. So you check in to the line of the Star Wars ride. Yeah. And it's like, all right, so there's 20 people playing, and it's like,
Are you trying to bring the penis game to the Star Wars line?
what? It wouldn't be that, but it would be something like that of like
Yeah.
you're in, you know, you raise your hand if you've done this, and all of a sudden like 20 people in line are like just raising their hand,
That would be so funny.
and then you have this like, oh, ha, 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 like there's one guy's like, I'm a virgin or
Yeah.
whatever it is, you know, like
yeah, but like something that's kind of like engaging like that.
and
would
like
be
get
really
you to like meet the people who you're standing next
Exactly.
to maybe, or like
Yeah.
whatever. And I think you could totally pitch it like hardcore like put freaking signs outside of Disney, be like, download the app when you're waiting in line, like
Yeah.
an easy play.
be really fun.
There
I
is
think
something there.
If you are an app developer and you've been thinking like, I want to build a mobile app, but it feels like everything's been done before, go to Disneyland this weekend. They're cheap flights, cheap tickets. The ticket's not cheap, but the flight is cheap. And wait in like 5 lines and just think like, what would make this bearable? Like,
Yeah.
what would make this go faster and not be so? What could beat Heads Up for the best line game?
Yeah.
Because Heads Up is not a good line game.
we used to play a game in high school called Wiki Ball.
What?
Wiki Ball.
Wikiball?
And so basically you'd get a wiki. So you'd have a start point and an end point and Wikipedia.
Yeah.
And the goal is to get from one to the other fastest.
Yeah.
And so it's okay, the end point is Hitler and the beginning point is Madonna. Go. And everyone's like, okay, Madonna, okay, actor, okay, US, okay, Germany, oh, Hitler, got him, you know, so whatever. And so like that's the whole game. It's just like you could
No,
have
I've played this game before too, and it's
yeah, we call it Wiki Ball.
I think I've heard that.
Anyway.
I like the idea.
But something like that where you like,
Yeah.
it's these quick little micro challenges that you're playing against a couple
Yeah,
strangers.
did you ever play like WarioWare?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like those games are so weird and crazy and so fast, like 20 seconds each.
Yeah.
But like an app that like
Had a bunch of little stuff like that.
yeah
It'd be good.
against your friends that also have phones. I don't know. Think about that. I think there's something there. Line waiting could be dramatically improved.
Agreed.
Okay.
Andre, it's been a great episode. Thieves, we want to hear from you. Let's do a quick social run through.
Idea at gostealthisidea.com. Send us your ideas. We'll send you a sticker. It's no big deal. Follow us on Twitter and
EJ Spence
Instagram.
not getting a sticker.
EJ Spence, ineligible for life. You hear that, EJ? Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at gostealthisidea. Support us on Patreon.
Chip in a buck.
Yeah,
We
we
love
really
it.
appreciate it. That way we can go out and buy Bloom Health tablets to pee on.
Follow us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or Stitcher or wherever you find us.
Or YouTube, where we're posting
YouTube
episodes of our podcast.
And share us to your friends, to your network. Share us to that subreddit you think is great or whatever.
And rate us 5 stars.
Rate us 5 stars.
Means a lot.
We love you. We appreciate you, thieves. Catch you in the next one.
Bye.
Use Scipio, the #1 engagement tool for sales teams that want more responses, appointments, and conversations. Message your leads and customers where they are on their phone. I'm not talking about phone calls. We're talking about true one-to-one texting. Use the code STEAL at Scipio.com for 2 free licenses. Use the code STEAL at Scipio.com for 2 free licenses. See you later, thieves.